The Soil and Nutrition Conference, formerly about growing food and human health, one of those topics that is everywhere, and I don't think understood or acknowledged to anywhere close to its import, is water. Gerald Pollack recently published The Fourth Phase of Water is up there with Schauberger and Emoto as somebody people know of who can speak thoughtfully and scientifically about water. We know water has many different stages. People may have tried watering their garden with water off of a roof that sat in a barrel for a while and seen that the plants really didn't do anything. Watered through an irrigation for weeks when it was a drought and not seen the plants do much, and then the thunderstorm comes and everything jumps up out of the ground. Water is a really important conversation, and Gerald through his work has identified what he calls a fourth phase of water. So it's not just this H2O molecule, it's actually vibrating in consonance with things around it, and it's transmitting information and electricity and all kinds of interesting stuff. So this fourth phase of water is Gerald's understanding about what happens when you're in close proximity to hydrophilic substances, generally close to cell walls. In living systems, water behaves differently. And so what is it? How does it work? And what are the applications and opportunities for us as farmers and also us as people who are made up primarily of water? It's going to be a really interesting workshop. All right, Liz Taggart, longtime friend, farmer, really brilliant woman. Has a long background as a meditator in the TM world. Close relationship with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. For anybody who knows who that was. Liz is a deep student of the Vedas. The Vedas are the sort of the ancient texts from the Himalayas, from India. 6,000 years old, 10,000 years old. People debate about how old they are, but they are literally the oldest texts on the planet, and they're not just little pictograms. They're deep, insightful, sort of encyclopedias of how to behave. The wisdom of the East is well digested here. And one of Liz's insights is that the Vedas are all about agriculture. She said that Maharishi told her that the role of the role of the farmer was foundational in raising consciousness, and our intention and how we interact with our plants and the whole process is of extreme import. So Liz is just a brilliant, kind and wise woman who offers some really simple wisdom and insight from her long-term digestion of the Vedas. It's just a wonderful perspective to bring to this broader conversation about soil and nutrition, the deeper role of intention and consciousness in the work, and her experience as a farmer, which she can speak to with great nuance and detail. Really excited to be having Liz come and speak this year. Beverly Rubik. I love this process of sort of curating a conference every year, and I get to ask the people who I think are really interesting, who are the people out there that you know of that are really interesting that we need to know about, and Beverly Rubik's been on the list for actually a couple of years. I'm really happy to be getting her this year. She's doing some amazing work out on the West Coast. Again, with water, understanding the different variations, attributes, coherence, frequency states, etc. of water. What is it about water that comes out of a spring that is vital and refreshing, and water that comes out of a tap that is not? Beverly's a hard scientist, has been doing work in her lab for quite some time, looking at these different states, and ionization is a word she uses for what we want to have in our water. She's got a really simple explanation coming from a deep understanding, I think, and she's very pragmatic, very humble, really simple techniques for taking your irrigation water on your farm that you use and re-energizing it, and your tap water that you drink into your body and re-energizing it. Really practical, really thoughtful, a very important topic. Really looking forward to having Beverly here this year.